the Woodward Sports app, and anywhere you listen to podcasts. Let's talk some sports. It's Big D Energy.
Yo, welcome back, everybody. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports
Big
Network.
D.
My name is Neal Ruhl. That guy over there is Darren McCarty. He played hockey and stuff. Our other man here today, as always, Terry Foster, Detroit sports media icon. He wrote columns and stories and stuff for a very long time.
I did? Very long time.
Absolutely. Sam Flannel in the house. He kills legends and stuff. That's what he does. Sam Flannel here.
When he wins his fantasy league this year, y'all gonna shut up?
I promise I'll be quiet for a whole hour of a show if he wins his fantasy league.
Okay.
I could say I'll give him $1 billion or some made up number. It won't matter. Spencer Raxter here in the house. He eats donut eating contest. He wins donut eating contests and stuff.
It's true.
It's my guy.
All facts.
Yeah, all facts. That's all we spit out around here. If you like the truth, stick around, Big D Energy.
I used to work with a guy that ate donut sandwiches.
I know it's a big thing with the hamburgers.
Put donut between bread?
No, you put you take two, like one of the real big donuts, the glazed donuts.
Like the whole donut?
Oh, and you chop it in half and
no,
make that the bun?
No, brother. No, you take a donut, put it on the bottom, put a hamburger in the middle of that, and then put another donut on top.
Oh, that's
aggressive.
That's aggressive.
That's some real heavyweight
I've
stuff.
seen you slicing the donut in half and using it.
Did you hear Spence?
What?
He said that was aggressive.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a little much.
I was just counting the sugar intake.
Yeah. I don't. I can't get on that level.
No.
But happy to have you all with us here today. Remember, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Woodward Sports YouTube channel, who is becoming a force out there in the YouTube stratosphere. Jump in the YouTube chat, get your thoughts out there, get your comments out there. We'll read some of the good ones on the air. We'll read some of the bad ones on the air. You guys program the show from time to time as well. There are a couple of, and look, I know NFL football's back, and we are going to talk. We are going to talk Bills Rams. I think it's important to talk about it. We are going to talk Detroit Lions, obviously. But there are side topics that we like to do to kind of open the show, just to warm the engines up. And today, we're live at the Planet Fitness Studios, by the way. And I was on the treadmill at said Planet Fitness, and I'm running, and I see up at the news, and they say the Queen of England, her health is becoming, quote, a grave concern. And so I... What? I haven't even said anything funny yet.
No, dude. Just when you said that, because the first
tone?
thing... The tone, but when we brought this up, because putting people behind the curtain or whatever like this has only come up with the conversation before the lights went bright for the last 20 minutes. But Sam Flannel peeks out and he goes, and I think she was indoctrinated in 1953.
Yeah, we'll go to Sam Flannel. Will be like the voice of reason on this thing.
Some of us thought that the Queen of England might have already been gone, but she is in that last phase of reaching 100 years old. So she's late. What would you figure out? 95, 96,
96.
96.
She's in the back nine.
She's back nine, I think.
The back nine.
She's coming up the 18th fairway and getting close to the green.
Did she order a drink on the 19th hole?
But you know what? No,
she called ahead the food order.
We shouldn't talk about this because Darren is a Canadian
Absolutely.
and he loves the Queen.
Well, and that's why I think this will be a good conversation to have, because we have a citizen of the country that's still, quote, loyal to the Queen.
You have a Commonwealth, somebody who still belongs to the Commonwealth.
Right.
He's got his Commonwealth card.
In the YouTube chat thread, AC says she's still alive. Yes, she's still alive as of now. But it got me to thinking. Tammy Chin says the Queen Mother is 96 years old. Okay, and look, let me qualify this.
The Queen Mother.
The Queen Mother.
Yeah. All right. I work in soccer. A matter of fact, I'm doing the Detroit City match on Saturday on TV 20 in Detroit with a guy from England, good friend of mine.
Cheap plug.
So
Cheap plug.
they're all cheap plugs. 9 o'clock.
Jam Handy Friday.
Yeah.
Circle 6. Let's go.
There you go. All right, everybody get them out now. T-Fox, what do you got going on?
Is that 9 a.m. or 9 p.m.?
That's 9 p.m.
All right,
okay?
damn, prime time.
Playing in Colorado.
Okay.
Anyway, so I got to thinking about, and this is something that I've talked about a lot privately, and I tread lightly with this. Again, a lot of friends that are English, a lot of people in the soccer community, and all that kind of stuff. But, here's the deal, guys. The Queen of England, she doesn't do anything She doesn't do anything politically, has nothing to do with the laws or anything that goes on or anything about that. When she has children, they all get married, and these weddings cost like $30-40 million to the English taxpayers, right? This is all true.
True.
And they love it, and they can't get enough. And I can't understand why. Like, why? And I get, she's the Queen of England. I get it. I'm not being callous about the situation. I would rather her be alive. However, I've never understood this reverence for something that doesn't do anything.
It's product placement in its finest form.
So it's a marketing point. Then why don't we say that?
It's product placement. That's what we are as a society. I don't know. You brought up the fact that I thought William Wallace, got the Scots of freedom. You brought up, this is the thing that bothers you the most, though. Where does the Queen live?
The Queen of England lives in Scotland.
I thought she was in Buckingham Palace.
No, I guess she lives in Scotland. And listen to this stuff, Terry. See, and I asked my English friend about that. And he said, yeah, well, she's the Queen of the UK, the United Kingdom. But I was told that William Wallace and his crew rose up and fought like, quote, warrior poets and won their freedom. So something changed. They're not. It's not my words. Those are William Wallace's words.
Yeah.
So what is it?
Well, I don't know, but I always get into this with my wife. They'll show the Queen, stuck her foot with a pin, or the Queen is walking down the street, and they'll stop everything to show this. And I said, honey, why do we care? She doesn't do anything. She's old and wrinkled. She's got little white hair. The only great thing about the Queen and the monarch, the Queen wears real big, colorful hats, and the younger chicks wear really cool hats. Other than that,
that's all they bring to the table.
You know what it is? And Daver's obviously trying to make a joke or whatever about the UK Kardashians, but this is the Kardashians way before the Kardashians. This is the first reality TV series in the whole world
Daver, that's a great point.
Plays into. This is reality TV original. This is the Flintstones of reality TV.
Yeah, but
for a lifetime, and then you go back because of the lineage and history. But here's the thing, Neal, she's been around, right? She's been around forever. Her son, Prince, who's his son? Prince
Harry
Charles,
or something?
Charles? No,
Charles.
Prince. You got to remember, Harry's dad is still not. He's still in line as the prince, who's like 70 years old, 75, 80. That she's gonna. Like what I'm saying.
Listen to this.
At the end of the day, it's the Flintstones, it's the bedrock, it's the Jurassic area of reality TV that we all so much love. That's the reality.
But big difference. At least you'd want to have sex with the Kardashians.
But it's not. It's deep, Terry. But it's think about
you don't want to
it's
feed them
deeper.
pudding.
It's on that.
That's all right.
It's on that matriarch level of not. Yeah, I get what you're talking about in the Kardashian reality, but this is what. Since you were a baby little kid, all of us growing up.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Canadian citizen, still loyal to the
reality
Queen.
TV show.
Terry, you see him loyal to the Queen still. Here's a little secret about England.
That's why I didn't want to do this, because I didn't want to hurt his feelings.
Yeah,
you
know what?
My feelings, Terry, to your point, is why do we care? Like, I don't know why we care.
Well, you seem to be
Listen,
listening.
I haven't gone home since '92. Right, I'm over here for 30 years. Right? Yes, I mean every time I go home, I mean our Canada's money where the Queen's face is on is all different colors. You know what I mean? It's not different.
Here's a little tip.
What I'm saying is I don't know why everybody cares, but I'm trying to break it down is because it's ingrained reality TV wise, just sort of the mentality today, because she's always been there.
I get that. And Doug Fungus in the YouTube chat thread, because royal tourism makes more for the nation than it spends. And I understand that. And Doug, my English buddy that I was texting with about, I didn't make sure I wanted to offend anybody, so I was running stuff by her. Or by him, and that's exactly what he said. He's like, they generate more than they spend, so everybody's cool with it. Okay, fine. If you'd rather spend it on infrastructure or whatever, that's up to you guys. That's for you guys to deal with.
They're digitalizing Big Ben, I heard. So I mean,
are they really?
That's for their upgrade.
That's what they're spending.
Can you help me out? How do they generate money?
Because people go to Buckingham Palace, I guess.
Oh,
and
I
it's
went
their
to Buckingham
Greenfield
Palace
village
and didn't pay anything. I just went there, looked at it for 5 minutes, and then went. somewhere
Terry,
else.
I don't know. I don't understand.
They eat beans for breakfast. Like,
It's all weird. Like,
They're
all of it's
weird.
weird. And that's fine. Like, do you. Okay? You guys do what you want to do. I'm fine with it. But, D-Mac, let me let you know a secret about, and this is for all of Canada, with England, and the Queen's on your money still, and I know in the Winnipeg Arena they had that big flag with the Queen's face on it. Here's a little tip for England, for everybody else. Just stand up to England. That's all you have to do. We did it in 1776.
America.
That I
we
need stick
go.
in here right now with an American flag and an Uncle Sam hat. But here's the deal. Because, look, Terry, the English Army is the Michigan football of armies. What happens when they go on the road, Terry? They get cooked.
Michigan has won a number of games at Northwestern.
Right?
Stop it.
You can beat French Guiana all you want, okay? But when it comes down to a true test on the road, what happened?
Oh, so this is all your way to get back around to Michigan?
No,
Oh,
it's
okay.
not.
Oh,
It just, I think
No,
that's a
it
good
is.
comment
No,
everyone can understand.
no, I'm just stating facts.
Yeah. I am just stating facts. No, but that is my question about it. I don't understand the reverence, and I know it's a symbol and everything like that, but I never understood it. I've never understood it. She's overrated to me. She is. That's it.
Well, I think she's overrated to everyone here except women. Women like get into it. Oh, the queen and the princess and the duchess and all that stuff.
But
this
why?
is not because I don't know.
Is it Cinderella?
Okay, and that's all I want to hear people
Because
say.
it's
I don't know.
Cinderella.
Maybe.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't either. All I want to hear is I don't know. It's okay to say I
people
don't
like
know.
princesses.
Can she still like execute people? Like, does she still have that
I'm guessing
authority?
no.
Like, off
She
with
can't
their
do
heads.
anything.
She's 96.
Yeah. I mean, obviously she can't personally, but can
But
she
I mean,
like
could she
order?
like
Yes.
snap your fingers,
Yeah,
do
like,
your stairs?
If you piss her off, can she be like,
The new prime
take him to
minister
the gallows,
The gallows.
off with his head?
The galley, yeah, did get sent to the galley. And look, maybe this is true. Maybe Prag Patel has it figured out for everybody. Neal's just mad because they have more furnaces than him.
Pistons fan said, Neal said the queen is mid.
Well, I mean, like that's
The
fair.
queen is mid.
If you go like in terms of actually doing a job and being a figurehead politically, she is mid, Terry. She's mid.
Oh, she's the Iowa of.
She is. She's the Iowa of government figures. That's a great call.
Yeah, I come up with one now and then.
You absolutely do. So,
But I mean, what? Okay, she does nothing. We know that. And most people don't even know who the prime minister of Great Britain
dude,
is.
I'm telling you, it's
just switched.
They've been
Because,
there.
Boris
It's
is
the OG
out.
Kardashians. It is the
Yeah.
first original reality TV show that's been going on for my whole lifetime. My mom's whole lifetime. It's been going on.
I know.
That's what it tells. Like, this is something that's implanted throughout all of us. It's just like, you know what I mean? Like when you're talking about something that we can all relate to, right? In the world, COVID's one of them, right? Going through that, the monarchy, everybody, no matter what country, the Queen of England, and it goes back to what Terry said too about there's something because when Tammy when Tammy says the Queen Mother, right? There's some reverence towards
That
the
ain't
Queen.
my mama.
That ain't my
No, I
mama.
understand, but to some people,
She don't cook greens and macaroni and cheese.
T-Foss. You guys are on
Do you
one in
think
the
she
YouTube
could?
chat thread right now. You got Cody Engel says, "Let the Queen walk, Terry."
Yeah, no.
I'm with Terry.
But-
At least you
but
want to
she's
bang
too
the
old, we
Kardashians.
can't call her a bitch.
Like, maybe the royal family should get butt
Yeah,
shots.
but, okay, here's the thing. Do you not see pictures of the Queen back in like the 50s or something like that?
She's
Maybe
probably
that
Fox.
was like, seriously.
No, that was the 30s, brother. Last time she
Mike
looked
G
good.
said-
But I'm saying she probably looked fine back in the day.
She was all right.
Back in the day.
She wasn't fine, but she looked all
no,
right.
but she could go.
Here's what I don't understand. The whole monarch thing. How do you have a family of people that all look like horses?
I don't know.
Terry, would you wrestle the queen?
Nah. Not fun.
What about 1953?
Nah, she wasn't that good looking back then.
That's fair.
Yeah, but you
That's
can
a
get
fair
royalty
point.
on the
I'd do it
scorecard.
today.
You can knock that off the bucket list.
I'd do it today. Just to
You
say.
wrestled the queen
I
today?
knocked down the
You're a
queen.
savage.
You are a
We see
savage.
what you put in your mouth.
Mike G, rule breaker. Queen E has a huge stack of crown jewels. Respect Queen E. I do like that one. Pistons fan 11. Bloody hell, lads. You guys are making me laugh right now. You guys are on one. Hey. Big Boy, they're on one too with the burgers and loaded fries for a limited time only. All new burgers and loaded fries are available for you at Big Boy. It's not just a Slim Jim, it's the Big Jim, the chili cheese. It's such a tease. Guess what else is new? It's the bacon blue.
Burgers, fries.
Upgrade those fries. What if you're not upgrading the fries? I can't help you.
It's not chips, it's fries.
That's right. In England, you might upgrade your chips, but in America, at Big Boy, you're upgrading fries. Chili cheese fries,
Yum.
baked potato fries,
Baked potato.
nacho fries. There's no crumpet fries or bean fries or anything like that. Satisfy those taste buds at Big Boy.
Burgers and fries.
You're an ugly guy, and that's okay because you've outkicked your coverage with your significant other. Well, that's good news for you. Their hotness and your notness could get you front row tickets. The Woodward Sports Network is giving you a chance to sit front row for the Detroit versus Washington football game. That's right. We're looking for the ugliest guy and the hottest girl. So fellas, come on. If you know you've outkicked your coverage, here's your chance. Post a pic of you and your superior-looking partner on Twitter or Instagram with hashtag Woodward Front Row. Follow us and tag at Woodward Sports. Hurry because we'll be selecting a winner September 16th. We can't wait to see you. Well, her. From the network that always outkicks the competition. Woodward Sports.
Fellas, let's be honest. We like things to be easy. We like simple stuff, like sports 7 days a week. We like things uncomplicated, like Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Sign in, sit down, watch your favorite team play. And before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Life is full of hard choices. We're here to make one of life's biggest decisions as simple as possible. My name is Christina Gennari, and for over 20 years, I've helped hundreds of families buy and sell homes. We cover all of Metro Detroit and more, from large luxury homes to starter homes. We will work hard to make sure that you get the home of your dreams. So if you're in the market today or even thinking about buying or selling in the future, make the obvious choice. Christina Gennari, the obvious choice in real estate. Visit us at soldchristina.com today.
Neal Ruhl here for Chili Peppers Tanning. You'll get all the best deals at Chili Peppers Tanning. You can join the Pepper Club as well. Check out all those unlimited tanning options. They'll beat competitors' prices by at least $5. Chili Peppers has the hottest bulbs, the hottest deals, and the darkest hands. Go to chilipepperstanning.com. There's 26 locations around Metro Detroit, guys. Probably one right around the corner from you. Go to chilipepperstanning.com. Find out which Chili Peppers Tanning works best for you. Off and running, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, Darren McCarty, T-Boss, Terry Foster here in the house, Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter, as well, Jenna Newman on the YouTube chat thread. Good morning, BDE fam. Jenna, good morning. Good to have you with us. Hope you're having some tea and biscuits this fine morning.
Beans and pudding. That's what they eat.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
All right, but we are going to talk some football, guys. I like to do that. And by the way, in our little mini segment we do between the hours, we have another bit of Detroit news that we're going to discuss that's outside the world of sports, and it's something I think is very important. And like D-Mac said, everybody knows it, and we're going to discuss it. News from Lions camp, and it was something that I didn't like to see as the Lions ready for the Eagles. The line is bumped up to the Eagles favored by 4. Frank Ragnow is limited by a groin injury at Lions practice, and T-Foss, I do not like it. I do not like what I'm seeing. And look, I know a lot of you are going to say, well, we knew some of these guys that were going to be hurt and stuff like that. I don't like the way it's trending already, T-Foss.
No, it's your center, and he's an all-pro center. He's very good. And once again, this entire Lions offensive line, we will not get to see them play together because Vitae is out too.
Right.
And then some of the backups are injured too. So, you know, that is a problem. And I know a lot of fans don't pay attention to the offensive line. But if this team is going to go, Yes, you can forget Goff, you can forget Amon St. Brown and everything. What's going to make this team go is the offensive line.
And D-Mac, that's, you know me, right? And while people will say, well, it's your best unit, so therefore it's your deepest, but now you're talking about 40% of it being limited in some capacity, if not available at all. And Darren, I'm asking you as a professional athlete, because I believe that this is a truth across all sports. Your elite unit has to be elite because the talent line is so thin. When you have an area that's elite, you have to have it.
Yeah, and I mean, everything we've been talking about this elite unit, the way they've been looked at throughout the NFL by the rest of the league, giving it props that this is the best part of their team, their best players have to play. And you know what? Lodi Vaitai proved last year, sort of had to me, bit of a comeback, showed me something that he deserved to be there. Boom, he got hurt. Frank Ragnow was always the key. Missed all last season coming off Pro Bowl appearance and stuff like this. It's if you have, to me, it's the three, right? If you have Ragnow at the center, right, who could be your perennial gold jacket. You got Penei Sewell, who you've moved to your right side, right, off his natural position of left tackle, because you got Decker there. I get that. I'm fine with that experiment. We're not even talking about that. We've moved him over. Those three guys, those pillars. But the fact that now, and it's not because we know what Evan Fox is coming in as a backup center. He did a good job last year. A great job. We were talking about yesterday about how now you're moving, Penei Sewell around, and you got to move guys around. You got to find. They're looking to find what the combination is, because now without Ragnow there, you've lost two of arguably your best four guys. That doesn't mean your eighth and ninth guys or whatever else are as good, right? You want your mean to be better. So we will wait and see. The question is, Neal, when they're talking about, okay, we got to move this guy here and this guy there, well, they're not in their natural positions, so automatically what you had perceived going into the season as being that strength, you really don't know what you have, because they have to interact differently. It's like putting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 together, right? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in order, you know how they're going to play. Well, you took out 2, you took out 4, you put in 6 and 7. So does it look 1, 6, 5, 7, 2? Does it look 1, 2, 5, 7? You don't know which way to go. You think you have an idea because last year gave you a bit of an idea of bingo ball in your offensive line. I think that is a benefit going in. But now everything that we've been talking about this offensive line going into the first game
is compromised.
It's
at best, and you can't deny that.
You don't throw it totally out the window,
right.
But it's compromised.
Compromised.
You say it's compromised, and that now, what is the apparentness? Where does the spotlight go to first game of the year now that it's sort of your offensive line needs that help?
All right, Wilbur, hang on. I got one for you.
Okay.
In professional sports, everybody always says after injury, next man up, we'll be fine.
No.
Is that baloney?
Yes,
No,
Terry, it is.
but look where we're
Yes.
starting.
No,
Is it baloney on a team that's coming off 3 wins to whatever, that you have the depth at a Super Bowl team or a team that's great? No, that's part, your depth and your availability is part of your strength as an organization. So you can't expect somebody that's coming from the bottom to have their whole resume. They're working on getting their starting 5. Yes, they have to build into that. As the team gets better and the more, say, playoff worthy, and as the season goes, you would expect that these guys, your supporting cast, gets better. Gets better. Look at NBA, your 6-man, right? Big factor into successful championship teams. So,
yeah, but they're often like a 6th starter. They have a role. Their job is to come in and spark when somebody gets tired and they sit down.
And the matchup, Terry, when the 6th man comes in theory, is second unit
but
for the other team as well.
Find out. To Terry's point, we'll find out, okay, right away, do we have some guys that can step up? Are there guys there that can fill in for the time being or solidify? If your offensive line is going to be your strength, then it's not the 5 guys on the field, it's the 8 guys in that locker room. So
And
And I got a little
again,
secret for you guys. Philadelphia's defensive line is pretty good.
Well,
I don't know if you heard that.
As advertised with their 230 yards the Lions had last year.
How about compromise moves it up in the terrorist rank into, from a yellow to a red? Right? Compromise, because then you look at your week 1 matchup against the defensive line, against, what you're going against, and then it doesn't look, it's like, oh my God, we got to figure this out quick. So,
and here's the other thing for me, guys, and the bottom line is, if you look at the Lions roster
from 2 to 4,
if you look at the Lions roster from top to bottom, who is the one guy that if you had to say who on the Lions is the closest to the best player at their position in this entire league?
Frank Ragnow.
Yes.
Like, and he's and look, guys, I'm not saying it's over. I'm not saying pack it up, pack it in. I'm not saying any of those things. What I am saying is we're not off to a good start, everybody. We're not. And we haven't even started yet. So that's my point is...
baby boy, here's my point.
Okay.
I don't know if you know this, but football is a very violent sport.
Right.
Every team is going to have injuries. Somebody's going out. So that's why I don't believe this team can win a division title, because they are still building pieces. Because in the NFL, you expect somebody to get injured. What you have to do is keep your fingers crossed that it's not a key guy. But Ragnow is injured now. Jared Goff might be injured. Swift might be injured. Somebody's going to go down. It could be anybody. You just don't know.
Brandon Katz's YouTube chat thread. If you aren't good at the beginning of the season, you're done in the NFL. It's a 17-game season. And Brandon, you guys have heard me talk about this as well. That second quarter of the Lions season's a monster. Like if someone offered 1 and 3 right now, I would break your hand shaking it, saying, I'll take 1 and 3, no doubt. It puts pressure on these games, this Philadelphia game, this Washington game next week. It puts pressure, and I'm not saying it's over. I just don't like the smell.
No, red flags.
Yeah.
Right?
You would take 1 and 3 to start the season?
No, I would take 1 and 3 in the second quarter of the season, but they're at Dallas, they're at New England, Green Bay's coming here. That
Miami.
And Miami's at home. In that group of 4, that's the second quarter of the season. That's where you set yourself up, Terry. You either make life easy for yourself or you make it hard for yourself. But this is how this works. And Brandon makes a good point, man. 17-game season. You don't have the luxury of figuring things out and finding a way and seeing where pieces fit. No, that's not it. Now, all that being said, I'm going to sound like I'm talking out of both sides of my mouth. I even had to reel myself back in the last minute. 17 more games, man. $18 million to Jamie Collins and Trey Flowers. That's where we are right now. Still, don't forget.
It's a good thing I got this clock, right? It's a good thing we set this clock.
Yeah.
And more as we talk about it, when these things happen, I look back at this and go, okay, right? If you're gonna figure it out, and reality is that this team isn't a Super Bowl team. This team probably isn't a playoff team. But it's going to be better, and it's going to build to get better. So these are the questions that need to be answered as you go throughout the season. Who has the durability? Who's a guy that can step up? You always need different guys to step up. To Terry's point, but we hear about all the time, it's about your depth in this league and stuff like this, because it's a violent sport. So who are these guys that we don't know, or whatever else the names, that can step up and be this next guy?
Yeah. Well, I'll look for Sam Flannel to step up.
Oh.
The Woodward Sports Network is giving you a chance to sit front row for the Detroit versus Washington football game. That's right, we are looking for the ugliest guy and the hottest girl. So fellas, if you know you've outkicked your coverage, here is your chance. Some may say I have, but I'm at least a soft 7. Come on now. Post a pic of you and your superior looking partner on Twitter or Instagram with hashtag Woodward Front Row. Follow us and tag at Woodward Sports. Hurry, because we will be selecting a winner September 16th, and you do not want to miss it. So if you've outkicked your coverage, just post a pic of you and your superior looking partner on Twitter or Instagram with hashtag Woodward Front Row. Follow us and tag us at Woodward Sports. See you then.
Here's the problem with that.
It took exploring 50 different formulas and hosting countless taste tests, but we believe Gypsy Vodka is the smoothest vodka on the market. Don't believe us? Ask the owners.
We're Mike and Adam Kazanowski with High Five Spirits Distillery. We're in close to about 1,200 locations throughout Michigan. We wanted to create a brand that was geared more towards freedom, love, adventure, and at the end of the day, we really wanted to tell a story that inspired other people to take risks, follow their dreams, whatever that might be.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Hey, it's Scott from the Woodward Bet Show. Hey, we're fired up. Are you ready for some NFL football? I know we are over at the Woodward Bets YouTube page. You're going to have to come check us out over there at 4:30. You also got to get over to that app store and download oddstrader.com. It's got live scoring, play-by-play updates, and the best place to check all the odds for the sports books right in the palm of your hand. But hey, fun coupons. That's what we want. First bet of the year, NFL time. Let's go. Listen, I'm rolling with the under in the first half tonight's game. I think both teams got great defenses. Unders in prime time, 58%. Sounds good to me. Oddstrader.com. Woodward Bets. Check it out.
The Academy of Warren, if you're interested in expanding your career, making a difference in your community, the Academy of Warren is for professionals that have a passion for working with students in the kindergarten to 8th grade department and more. So for more information on how to apply, give the Academy of Warren a call today, 586-552-8010. Visit academyofwarren.net. Tell them Big D Energy sent you.
Off and running, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, Darren McCarty, Terry Foster here in the house, Spencer Raxter, Sam Flannel. That is an epic contest that Woodward Sports is doing.
Oh, man.
I'll kick your coverage.
But if you're an ugly guy with a babe, you're already in a suite, aren't you?
Oh, come on now. Is that the winner?
You can get front row seats.
Yeah,
we can see it.
My wife will be mad that she made an appearance on the show, so she'll be upset about that.
Oh, I'll show you my wife, and I'll be sitting on the bench. I'll be sitting on the bench, bro.
Nice job, Spencer Raxter. That is a great contest, though. By the way, that is pretty funny.
Look at you, Neal.
Yeah.
Goddamn, talking about kicking the coverage. Wow.
Man.
Listen, when I
but then you got to admit that you're ugly, though.
Wonder, oh my gosh, she's got as much. Everybody's got issues. She's got issues too.
Yeah, she's got one.
What's wrong with her?
She's got one huge problem at home.
Issue.
Yeah,
can't get rid of it.
Go Blue. WTF, Neal? You 12 in that pick? I think we're 14 or 15. I think that was homecoming of high school or something like that. So, that was pretty good pull by you, Spencer. You're good at your job, man. I will say that. And
Spencer's on fire today.
No, he is, no question. And look, guys, I know Ragnow's supposed to play. I understand that. I'm just saying, and this comes on the heels of the hard knocks, Terry, and this comes on the heels of the discussions we had earlier this week. For me, and maybe is it PTSD of being a Lions fan? I don't know. But usually, Terry, we get the good hopium from Colombia. From South America. Usually that hopium lasts for a couple weeks. We're jumping ship pretty early, even for Lions fans, aren't we?
Talking about the Lions?
Like the Lions fans. I'm getting a feeling of impending doom.
I don't think people are going to freak out about this. Maybe they should, but they're not.
I'm not saying you need to, but I don't like the feeling, Terry. That's it.
Because Frank Ragnow's out.
He's not even out per se. I just don't like the way it's trending, man. I just got that feeling in my bones.
This NFL, bro. Everybody's got to suffer injuries. That's part of the game. That's why when people say, well, if the Lions stay healthy, they can do this. Well, that's a bunch of crap. Nobody stays healthy. Okay? So this is just part of the NFL season. And you're going to get some early. You're going to get some injuries late. It's just part of the ticket, bro.
Yeah.
You think they can't run the football now?
Not as effectively as if Frank Ragnow and Vaitai were in there, and if the whole offensive line were in there. No, they will not run the football as effectively as they would have if everybody was in there. No.
Would they be able to run it effective enough?
Well, that depends on if they can stop them, Terry, and they're not down by 14 points.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And remember, too, this kind of spins into what I wanted to talk about. And we touched on it yesterday, but I don't think we drilled down deep enough. We're talking about like this feeling of impending doom, D-Mac. And it comes back to it. The Eagles, they threw 14 passes and beat the Lions 44-6, man. What's different? Like, for real. I know Hard Knocks, and Eminem was at Hard Knocks. And by the way, it was funny when he's talking about when you're on a real football field and you feel like you throw that ball far as hell and you throw it like 10 yards, which was pretty funny.
So true.
But, D-Mac, what is different for real? What can you point to and say is different?
Well, you can point to say that the attitude coming out of the sort of locker room,
and that's
buying
fine.
in and stuff like this. So what's different as far as talent-wise? No. You know what it reminds me of when you lose Frank Ragnow? It's almost like you're going into a hockey game and you only have 20 sticks available for your 20 guys, and somebody breaks a stick, and then you're down to 19, and it's almost like the other team realizes that the more sticks you break, it's not about the guys playing, but the equipment. Right? What the analogy is, when you look at our team, there's certain, and whether it's gold jacket, but certain untouchables or intangibles that we need to have in order for anything to be successful in our mind, and Ragnow's one of them. Right? He's the key piece of that offensive line. So now it just, the reality sinks in a little bit more, because the questions that you're asking, right, have to do with the defense, not the offense, about moving the ball and stuff like this. This just means they're going to have to get the ball out. Swift's going to have to be more important. I think the spotlight is, if you got DeAndre Swift, that ball is going to be going through him offensively quick. You know, Jared Goff, stuff like this. But defensively, Neal, what is different?
There's Hockenson.
No,
That's it, right? Like,
and as much as I'm not a Jalen Hurts fan, the confidence he's going to have because what he did to the Lions, and he's going to look and go, well, there's really not that much difference in the team this year. Maybe they'll get a little bit more pressure, 0.2 seconds less time to react, but this Philly team's going to be ready to play, and I think the reality's setting in that it could be like last year's game.
Pistons fan 11 says, a year of growth, new players, full off-season, preseason with Ben Johnson scheming as opposed to Lynn, who was the OC during the Eagles game last year, which I would say we haven't even been told who's calling the plays yet. So, you know, with the Ben Johnson, you know, let's pause construction on the Ben Johnson statue right now. But better weapons for Goff, there's lots of differences. I didn't hear any mention of anything defensively there, and they put 44 points on him, Terry. And guys, look, this is my PTSD popping up as a Lions fan. It's just the closer I get to this, Terry, what tangible reason do I have to think it will be any different defensively? What reason?
Well, defensively, you have defensive tackles who have a year of experience under their belts. You have Aiden
not the one
Hutchinson.
Everybody's counting on. On the defense, you know, with Hutch, first NFL game. Those, you see what I'm saying?
No,
Terry?
but the interior guys have more experience. And Aiden Hutchinson is an upgrade over anything they had, I would say, the last 15 years.
Which I gather, but is that going to stop them from running for 270 yards or whatever ungodly amount of rushing yards they had last year?
Maybe it'll be 170 or 180. They're still going to be able to run the football against them, but maybe not for 270. But I think, you know, Ragnow out, here's where it's going to really hurt you. The motions of the game, the first quarter and a half, you won't notice the difference. The difference may be the last 5 or 6 minutes of the game, you've got the ball, you're up 3, you want to run some clock, and you go 3 and out. You can't do it. I think you'll notice him being out the game later in the game. It's like Aaron Donald in the Super Bowl. He didn't do much in that game, but he made plays in the last quarter.
He made the play.
Right, he made the play because he's a little bit better.
He's
Maybe
elite.
he knew how to pace himself a little better, and he made the play. So now the Lions' offensive line, I think.
Bless you.
Thank you. They will probably wear down a little bit. They won't have Ragnow, so they won't be able to run clock like they plan to or they hope to if they have like a 3 or 4 point lead.
Go Blue says, I'm with Neal. I've got PTSD too. Very cautiously optimistic with this season. Ransom says Hurts isn't going to have time to throw the football easily. They threw 14 passes
he didn't
last.
throw the football.
They threw 14 passes. They completed 9 passes.
Are we worried about the running game? Put it this way.
That's all I'm concerned
the
about.
guy who knows the least about whatever else, who's in this fantasy football, I'll tell you a little bit. My flex starter is Miles Sanders. right, who's the running back for Philadelphia. Why? Because I think that he's got to put – it's a ground game. Now, if we can prove, right, that we can get pressure, right, or we can stuff the run because of the defensive line or these linebackers and we're giving more time to the cornerbacks, we can see something from Akuda or whatever like that. But we have to see it, Neal. We haven't seen it yet. So – they know what's up. It's not like the writing's on the wall. It's not like the Phillies coming in with all the, we got all these trick plays, right? No, they're probably coming in going, no, we're just going to run it till you can stop us. And then we'll go to something else.
And that's
maybe
my
we
point.
get them coming in a little overconfident. That's
if that's what you're hoping, though, D-Mac. I mean, I'll give you credit.
They're strong.
As soon as the words came out of your mouth, you're like, damn, I wish I had that one back.
No, I don't wish I had it back because I'm trying to throw things out. I'll throw out there whatever people want to grasp at, but that's a loose straw. But, to Terry's point, right? That's the intricacy is that you're going to get – what if you get yourself in a position, but then we don't even think about running the clock out. We don't think about the timing. How does this change the timing? How many false start penalties are you going to get, from false start from the offensive line because the communication's not there? These are all questions that they're good questions because we're going to see them play out.
Here's a good question from Jakob on the YouTube chat thread. I'm better looking than this guy. How come I can't pull something like that?
It's on the inside, baby. God dang it.
Max Mayer says, what happened to the... That was pretty funny, wasn't it? I guess that's a you question, Jakob, not a me question. I'm doing just fine. Thank you, bro. Max Mayer says, what happened to the hype with our running back that's going to lead the league in rushing? I guess I'll direct this at Sam Flannel. What happened to the hype with our running back that's going to lead the league in rushing and our tight end that looks like Jesus? We went from talking about 10-7 playoff contenders to SOL real quick.
Hey, I didn't say anything about tight end Jesus T.J. Hockenson. I just said that DeAndre Swift can and will lead the NFC in rushing, but if Ragnow is compromised or at least banged up, that prediction could take a hint because right here, right now, Frank Ragnow is the most important player on the offensive line and probably the most important player on the team. So that is concerning, but at least he's just questionable. He might still play. And, yeah. I still think DeAndre Swift, I'm standing by that prediction that he will lead the NFC in rushing. I'm not backing down from that.
And the closer we get to this, the more important he becomes.
Oh, yeah.
Because their only weapon to neutralize a ground game that gained 200, I don't want to misquote this, that gained 236 yards on the ground against this Lions defense last year. Their only weapon to neutralize, because the defense didn't change much other than Hutchinson.
That's a lot.
The only weapon you have is for them to not have the football. That's it.
That is true. And that's what the offensive line does. But, as far as expectations for the Lions, what are your, before the Ragnow injury, what did you think this team was going to do?
Right around Vegas, 6.5, 7.5. Depend. Do you win? Do you win that game in late November that doesn't matter versus lose it on the last play? Like when you play the Vikings or whatever, and it comes on that last play.
Are you backing down for that now? Do you feel differently now? Are you still in the same ballpark?
I'm more concerned than I was before. And look, guys, I know injuries are going to happen. I've talked about this. All these pie in the sky, the Ryan Hermanis 11-6 and win the division. You need everybody to stay healthy for that to happen.
But should we pay attention to the stupid?
Really? Probably not.
I think
11-6
to your point,
10-7.
Terry. To your point, I think to most people too. I see it. Coquet in here says I had him at 7. Now I got him at 5-6. I had him 8 and 9. Now I'm at 6 or 7.
Yeah.
To whatever reality sort of checked in. And these are all the things before they've played a single meaningful down. Right. So what do we got? What Rick Ross always going to say on Sunday?
Sam, what do you say?
See.
Show us.
No,
You got to show us. Planet Fitness.
Right.
They show you every single time. Their official studio sponsor of Woodward Sports. Also home of the judgment-free zone where you can work out in a non-intimidating, judgment-free atmosphere. I was on the treadmill there today, putting in a 4-miler, watching the Queen of England on the television, wondering why. What does the Queen of England do? All at Planet Fitness, all the while, wasn't being judged about it at all. Membership starts at just $10 a month.
So you're the problem. You gave the Queen 4 miles today?
I did, yeah.
Oh, my Lord.
I did. I listened to podcasts about the Bills and the Rams game. But anyway, though, just $10 a month for access to your home club. Black card option as well, just $24.99 a month, still less than $1 a day. Get you access to over 2,000 Planet Fit and I around the world with unlimited guest privileges. Guys are the best gym in the game. This isn't on a script or anything like that. I go there. I enjoy it. I love it. It's not a huge financial commitment. It fits nicely in my salary cap. I will say that, and it will for you too. Pull into a parking lot. You're going to pass 2 of them on the way home. Sign up there. Go to planetfitness.com if you're really motivated. It's Planet Fitness, Darren McCarty.
Oh, chest day. Or fitness is essential.
What's chest day?
Yeah.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
We aren't quite sure if they consume more beer or sports. Either way, the heavyweights are here. Live on Woodward Sports, daily 5 to 7 p.m.
When you need apparel, there's only one place to go. Big Frog in Novi. With no setup fees, no artwork fees, no minimum, and a 24-hour turnaround, you can have your whole team outfitted in no time. Embroidery, direct-to-garment, vinyl, and screen printing, Big Frog has it all in all the styles you want. So whether it's a sports team, fundraiser, school event, or corporate needs, Big Frog is your one-stop destination. Visit bigfrog.com/Novi or call 844-4-BIG-FROG.
At Alta, uptime matters. Alta equipment, that's everything that you need to get the job done. Have a bog project coming up, Alta Rent has you covered. So give them a call today, 844-GO-TO-ALTA. That's 844-GO-TO-ALTA.
Again, at the Energy Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, Terry Foster.
I don't appreciate you two knuckleheads making fun of my queen.
Listen, I think that's I don't know where it went, but somebody just accused Neal of probably Old Yeller and the Queen behind the
I would never
the shed.
quote Old Yeller, unquote, the Queen of England. Guys, look, if given the choice, I'd rather her be alive.
I'll do it, Ma. She's my
Why?
queen.
Why do we care?
Well, that's my overriding point. But all of a sudden, I get associated with. I say I don't care. Next thing you know, I'm taking her out back of Buckingham Palace and putting her down. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, but why'd you use a shotgun, bro? You could have used a 22. Now you're so vicious. Yeah, unbelievable.
I want a hot young queen. That's what I want.
It's better for the brand.
It is
You know,
better for the brand.
I like the queen on Game of Thrones.
Cersei?
Cersei, she was mean as hell. She'll kill you, but she was fine.
Yeah.
That's fair, Terry.
That's the kind of queen I want.
Yeah.
And you know what? I guess the problem is with myself because my wife likes Bridgerton and Game of Thrones and all those English shows. I should know more about it, but I don't.
I like it too.
And I just I don't want to quote put her down, everybody. All right, you guys, this is on you guys, not me. Don't make me the center of this. I never went there. I never talked about that.
You were thinking it though.
No, I wasn't. Never was I thinking, man, you know what? They need to take old Queen E as Mike G in the YouTube chat thread. Hey, Neal's going to take Queen E around back and put her down, say her last goodbyes. No.
Neal would never do that. Neal is a model citizen.
He respects his queen.
He respects his queen.
I don't know about that.
You wouldn't take her down?
No, I wouldn't. Roaring 87. Neal, Darren, T-Foss. Great match every morning. I love it. He likes the Queen of England discussion. Flash poll with the YouTube, real quick. Did you guys enjoy the Queen of England discussion, yes or no? I got to see, every now and then I got to see where the people are at. Did you get some laughs out of it at least? Some people were upset about it. They said they wanted football. Guys, we got 2 hours. We're going to get to football.
Yeah.
You know we're going to get to football. While that's running right now, real quick, because we discussed it yesterday with the contract that Devin Knox signed.
Yes.
With the Buffalo Bills. It got the gears turning a little bit with TJ Hockenson here. And T-Foss, I was surprised to see that it was over 60% of the people said let TJ Hockenson walk.
Yes.
You know, we're getting to that space with the Lions where you have to make your decision on TJ Hockenson. You're going to have to make your decision coming up soon on DeAndre Swift as well. And we know the cap space. We know all that cap space that the Lions have. 2024, DeAndre Swift becomes an unrestricted free agent right now. And it's easy to answer this as we go through the season, but I'm just curious to see where the people are right now. If you had to sign one, T-Foss, TJ Hockenson or DeAndre Swift, where are you putting your money at?
It's a toughie, but I'm going to go Swift. I think he has a lot of upside that we haven't seen yet. I'm willing to gamble and keep him around so that we can see some outstanding running from Swift.
I think the number one question I have to answer to myself first is
what's the number?
Who's more No. Who's more durable? Who am I going to get more games out of? And honestly,
that might be a toss-up.
But here's the whole thing, right? So to me, right, if I think that DeAndre Swift can be that back, that durable back, but also be available, then I'm going him, right? I think it's not even the question to what this sort of team needs. I think that you could replace with the money the Hockenson. And to me, I don't know the availability of Hockenson. I think that the beauty of having the clock, Neal, is this year that when the important time to answer is that when it runs out, right, coming into next year, or because obviously they've decided not to do anything like other teams have with guys like this on their roster until playing out the season. So the availability, if he turns out, right, you're going to have to pay if either one of them turns out with stats that people think that they're going to be around Pro Bowl or leading the division. But to me, to answer that question today, I'm going with Terry with Swift. But I got my fingers crossed that he's going to be durable. I want to see him more durable.
Now the law of averages say
I know
that Hockenson has a better shot at being healthy than Swift because he's not getting hit on every play. But when you look at the foundation of this team, the foundation of this team is they want to run the football, they want to have a good offensive line. So Swift, therefore, becomes more valuable than Hockenson.
And here's the other thing, too. And Brandon Katz says this. Swift has no value. He can be replaced with a third-round running back from Alabama. And you know what? I get that. And for me, for me, I come from the school of, look, I would probably lean Swift in this situation because the number's going to be lighter than it is with Hawk because I think the gamble's even. As far as the durability
and you know what?
perspective goes.
Hockenson can be replaced by a fifth-round pick from Iowa.
Absolutely, he can.
There.
And that's Fletch Lives Daily says draft a good tight end. Well, we've tried doing that before, but later.
But now you got Brad Holmes. See, the Lions were such bad drafters. They figured if we don't do it in the first round, we're not going to get a quality player. Now, Brad Holmes can say, oh, forget that. I can get you a tight end in the fourth or fifth round. So you have to hope that he can do that. So you can get, I'm not going to say an upgraded tight end, but you can get a guy that's in his neighborhood if you have a, good. Look at Hockenson's teammate, Font.
Yeah.
He went in the fourth round or fifth round.
Yeah, he was a little bit later.
He's pretty good. When you look at the elite tight ends in the National Football League, they're taking the fourth round, third round, fifth round.
And for me, too, that's where the Brad Holmes factor comes into play.
Right.
I have supreme confidence in him being able to draft. Eric Ebron, everybody, makes an appearance on the show. Hey, they thought that was the piece, man.
Yeah.
In retrospect, dude, they shot their shot. And in the end, the dude went to a Pro Bowl. Say what you want, he did.
Did he do it here?
He didn't do it here, no.
Oh, okay. I didn't think so.
Well, both things can be true.
That's right. And did Matt Stafford win a Super Bowl here?
No.
All right. Just checking.
Right. And sometimes you're not the problem, sometimes you're not the solution, and sometimes you're both.
Okay.
I think that's fair.
Both things can be true.
And both things can be true. Mike G says Swift, more return on investment and more touches. So, it's one of those things where it doesn't really matter to me either way because Brad Holmes can replenish it. And that's why in the long run, I'm getting nervous about this season. I don't like the way it's trending and everything like that. But I still rest easy. Number one, we got D-Max clock.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's at the end of the day, right? It's like the hashtag wiser plan, right? We set this up together with the clock so that when these tough situations like the offensive line and Ragnow goes down and all this stuff, when we still have games on the clock, it's okay because of their expectation. That's what I'm saying. It's all right. These things are going to play out. How is the response to that? What does Brad Holmes do? Do we trust in Brad Holmes? Because now this is where coaching, this is where GMing comes in, right? That other teams do well. To Terry's point earlier about where's all these great teams that have the next man up, This is the NFL. It's a league of availability. We'll see, because he's going to put that team together slowly but surely. The sort of way, if we look at the Red Wings going into training camp, you look at their stockpile, you look at their drafts, you look at the prospects and the guys they have, you can't say, they're solidifying to having the next man up mentality like Terry's talking about. Right?
Yeah, let Brad Holmes have 2 more cracks at this roster through the draft and free agency. Now, Frank, Ragnow being compromised or out, it freaks you out.
Yes.
If he does his job 2 years from now,
I will never be scared.
You know why it freaks me out?
Howdy, I'm Neal Ruhl, and Frank Ragnow is out. We'll get through it.
But you know what it is?
We got a 6th rounder ready to roll.
Right.
You know what it is? I'll tell you this. Out of character with Frank Ragnow, to me, he is the alpha in that locker room on that offense as far as when all the different stuff, and I know you got Penny Sewell and Taylor Decker and all the different guys, but when you're out there in the heat of it and there's some man stuff going on and there's some words being exchanged and there's some heated argument, you got the Aaron Donalds and things like that. It's not your younger guys who are learning into the league. It's the guy like the man. Right, the Frank Ragnow, the outdoorsman, to walk up and sort of have that pedigree to say enough's enough to the other team. You have that big. To me, it's bigger than that because he's got, and it's almost like that Bob Probert, Joey Kosher mentality that things ain't gonna go on when he's out there. It's like there's no, for lack of a better term, duckery out there.
No
right?
shenanigans.
No shenanigans going on when he stands there, if he's standing behind me, and there's a confidence level. And I think we had this conversation a little bit yesterday about the development of Penny Sewell, about in there wanting it, being tested even more. He's going to get tested hard in this first game coming up. So
True. Darren Alexander McCarty, you had a lot of talent on your team when you played, correct?
Yes, sir.
Who is your alpha males?
Steve Eiserman.
Well,
as far as you're out, there's a different alpha to lead sort of in that way. But no, I mean, your alphas are me. They're your Joeys. They're your Shane. They're the guys that are gonna get in your face and be that. But the alpha in the locker room is different than the alpha on the ice.
Yeah, that's
what I'm
fair.
saying? I'm not the alpha in the locker room, but I'm the alpha on the ice.
And the YouTube chat thread Epic says I'm taking the under on Neal doing 10 push-ups. What?
Can you do 10 push-ups?
Yeah.
Don't look at me like that. Answer the question.
I think that was because you just mocked the chest day.
Well, I think you can do.
I think we're fine there.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Hey, you're talking about cool contests, Sam Flannel.
Hey, Lions game day is here, right,
Yeah.
Sheila?
Lions fans.
Woodward Sports for the biggest game day party in Detroit at the Brass Rail. We go live with our pregame show with Ermani Edwards with Maz from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Then enjoy a tailgate-style brunch while you watch the game. Stay after for our post-game reaction show with Stick and Anson. Look out for the Woodward Heavyweights, Woodward Street Team all over the city crashing tailgates. Sounds like a blast. DJs, drink specials, giveaways, and the biggest Lions party in the D. Come see us this Sunday for Lions game day at Brass Rail.
Hey, this is Mr. Coney, Chief Academic Officer at Academy Warren.
I want to welcome you to the brand new Field House. The state-of-the-art facility has a regulation basketball court, volleyball court, soccer field. It can be used for 7-on-7 football. Our K-8 academic features AM, PM, latchkey, small classroom sizes, learning street, futuristic media center, free breakfast and lunch, Holton Mifflin curriculum, academic games, K-8 athletics, and more. Enroll today at academywarren.net.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
For a limited time only, all new burgers and loaded fries at Big Boy. It's not a Slim Jim, it's the Big Jim. The chili cheese is such a tease. Guess what else is new? The bacon blue. How about upgrading those fries? Chili cheese fries, baked potato fries, nacho fries, what will it be? Satisfy those taste buds at Big Boy.
Neal Ruhl here for the fine folks at Gypsy Vodka who have given to you the Mulligan. It's the official drink of summer. You still have time, everybody. The Mulligan, made with Gypsy Vodka. If you're out on the golf course, if you're in the backyard, if you just got done mowing the lawn, that's prime time for a Gypsy, everybody. Gypsy Vodka made Mulligan. It's 8%, so we're not going to be smashing like 10 of these things, okay? Like, just take it easy, but just sit back, look at your freshly mowed lawn, or be out on the golf course and enjoy the cool taste of the Mulligan. Get the Mulligan at your local golf course or at a Total Wine store near you. It's a Mulligan made with Gypsy Vodka. As always, drink responsibly. Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. And, you know, it's one of those things where we talked about, you know, the Queen of England and stuff like that. We like to do that from time to time and get off sports topic. But, Terry, something did break yesterday that I think affects everybody. 85% of the people that are in this YouTube chat thread that are consuming this show, 85% of the people in this building, Lafayette, Coney Island has been closed due to
health reasons and rat shit.
Okay, rodent droppings, I believe, were the verbiage.
They said the rats were huge
in the basement, right?
Yeah.
Of the Lafayette, Coney Island.
I've been in that basement.
Of course you have.
Of course you have. Yeah, that's legend status.
That's it. Yeah, what was it called? Pookie's Review back in the day, or what was?
No, it was called urinating. That's what it was called. And also, man, I almost knocked my head off on that little low ceiling they have. That going down into that basement is not real easy.
Yeah, but anyway, though, I'm curious, and one of the best responses I saw to that on social media was somebody said, "Ha ha ha, nice try, guys. I'm still never going to American Coney Island." I thought that was pretty good, but for real. Lafayette, Coney Island's an institution in Detroit. Is that fair?
That is fair.
That's fair, right? We're not going to get any pushback on that.
No.
People going to go back when it opens up?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
YouTube chat poll it. Or hold on, let me get you the results for this one. By the way, what was it? 58% of the people like the Queen talk?
They did.
So that's cool. You can only sign one, Swifty or Big Blank Hawk. 59% said DeAndre Swift. So YouTube chat, not going to spend a ton of time on it. Just, are you going to go back to Lafayette, Coney Island when it opens back up? Spencer Raxter gave you an emphatic hell yes. T-Fosh, you going back?
I'm not scared.
Now, first, obviously, it's the American Lafayette debate, and it's important because everybody's going to be downtown for the Lions game and stuff like this. Now, I'm friends with Grace from American, so that was usually mine. So, do you go to both? Do you have a preference? I mean, there is a difference. Maybe we found the difference.
It depends on the time of day.
the seasoning is different.
If it's lunchtime and I'm chilling out, I go to American. If I'm in a rowdy mood and it's after the bars are closing, I go to Lafayette.
But you don't even need to go to Lafayette. You just need to go stand outside and watch at Lafayette. For
I know, but you still got to knock down a Coney or two.
But are you okay?
That's the cover charge.
Chili cheese fries. Chili cheese fries. Oh, that's my favorite.
Oh, you remember back in the day we weren't supposed to eat fries at the Coney Island places.
AC says they're both dirty. And, but isn't that part of the appeal, though?
That is part of it. There is a scientific study that the more it looks like you'll get stabbed in the parking lot, the better the food at a Coney Island is. It's scientifically proven.
Yeah.
You know what? And that's true at Mexican places.
Yes, that is also true at Mexican places.
If a Mexican place looks nice, the food sucks.
That is true.
Right. And I would contend that's the same with barbecue places. Like Pontiac,
Yeah.
You go to Pontiac, man, great barbecue joints in Pontiac, man.
No, dude, they're not even joints. The guys doing
the
just
side
the
of the
dude
road.
on
Yeah.
the side of the road.
And those are even better.
Yeah.
Those are absolutely
Right
even
on
better.
the side of a church.
Oh, it's always next to a church, man. But yeah, I'm curious about it. Will you guys go back to Lafayette, Coney Island when it opens back up? 60% of the people say yes.
Does it mean anything that the fact is that they weren't shut down? They self-imposed this, right? Am I understanding this correctly?
Greg, does that cut ice with the people out there?
Because I think that
Self-reporting. It's like NCAA violations. They self-reported, so they're not going to get a bowl game.
No. They finally discovered it's so nasty here. If they find out before we shut it down, they're gonna shut us down forever.
That's the truth right there. But I'm just saying, does that cut cloth? Is sort of like we're slapping ourselves on the wrist.
Oh, you know what? We should have my girl from Channel 7 go in there and do a review. Andrea Isom. She goes in there and finds stuff. What if she gone in there with the Channel 7 crew? And she did a report, and there's rat droppings down here.
I think if anybody in this town could make that happen, it's Terry Foster.
I would agree.
I would love to see.
Should get Gordon Ramsay, do kitchen nightmares in there.
Oh yeah.
Or the rehab guy.
What is this shit? I'll live at a county dog.
Joe Flo says, shout out Pontiac. Dude, people sleep on Pontiac, Terry. They do, and I don't know why.
It's not that much going on. Oh, you talking about Mexican places?
No, just in general.
Just in general? Pontiac is a street. As far as entertainment, let's face facts. That's what it is.
Dude,
Plus, I don't go to those places. They're nightclubs. They're too loud.
Yeah, don't you look at me and tell me Clutch Cargo's isn't a banger. Wasn't a banger.
No,
back to the
never.
Thank you, D-Mac. Thank you.
I went.
Can we just take a moment to remember Pontiac, please?
Stop, dude. I went there a couple times with a group of people, and I said no more. The only place that I would go in downtown Pontiac was a little piano bar.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Dual pianos?
The people that owned it, one of the guys used to be the softball coach at Fraser High School, and his wife.
Oh, really?
Terry knows everybody.
Deep in those streets.
I just knew a couple people. That's all.
Taylor Reshka in our YouTube chat thread. Is the rat in the bun? No, I'll eat it.
Oh, there we go. All right, Savage, like it.
That's
fairness.
Is that why their chili sauce is a little chunkier?
Mm-hmm. Well, there's a little different seasoning to it. Now I do have to address this, so you'll go. You'll go back.
I'll go back.
Is that an organic coney then? I mean,
free range conies.
I'll go.
Free range conies.
Yeah, free range conies. So you'll go back. You said hell yeah. T-Foss, you going back?
I'm back.
You going back, D-Mac? Oh, you said you're more American. You're compromised.
I'm more American. I'm compromised, but you know what? I've done worse. Let's just say.
Fair.
Let's just say, who am I to sit here and say, no,
that place is too dirty for me.
I'm not going to say let's go, but if Terry says, hey, we're going, I'm with you.
This is the most self-aware man in America, everybody. Yep. I'll die on that hill for this guy about that.
I try my best.
Yeah,
dude.
No, I'll die on the hill for this guy.
No. We'll want to go to the Coney Island place after the bars close, and Darren like, oh no, let's go get ourselves a salad.
That's not me, bro. Yeah. Are you kidding me? I have 3 joints hanging out of my mouth trying to get as high as I can to see if we can. What am I going to convince? How many hot dogs?
But don't you put that stuff in your salad sometimes?
Oh, if you want.
Okay.
You can put it anywhere, Terry.
Now
we can put it anywhere. That's what it is. Maybe I'll dose up Uncle T's fries a little bit.
All right. So we got Spencer with hell yeah. We got T-Foss with yes. We have D-Mac with an implied yes. Let's be real. For me, it'll come down to
implied.
It's an implied yes. For me, it's pretty simple. If we're out in that, and I don't do that a ton anymore. Be out in the streets and stuff like that.
With people.
I would say. On surface, I would say no. However, if the line were long to get into American and it were short to get into Lafayette, I'm going to Lafayette.
Neal, who you trying to fool?
How about
you don't eat Coney Islands.
No,
he'd be like, well, there's a prime rib place down the street.
Is Prime and Proper still open? They have Eagle Rare Bourbon there.
Right. This dude want to go to Prime and Proper after the bar.
What about the conscious? The conscious on the show, we gotta ask Sam Flannel.
Well, and that was I was getting to Sam Flannel.
It doesn't matter what we all say.
I know. I was getting to Sam Flannel.
Savages. Hold on, now.
No, but Terry, I would go because I would get a bowl of chili. I would absolutely. Now, the reason I delayed this and set this up for the end of the segment was because Sam Flannel. I wasn't getting a good vibe from Sam Flannel. I wasn't really getting a lot of feel. I was uncomfortable. He had like that uncomfortable smile. Yeah. Like when you're at a family thing and a family member maybe talks about politics in a way you don't like, and you're like,
No. You know what it is? Before he answers, here's what it is. He's like, you guys are savages. I'll go with you, but don't ever tell my girl.
And you know what, D-Mac? That's what I was going to circle back to because T-Foss, if I'm out with the missus, she ain't going.
No.
That book is closed, and I ain't going.
With your girl, you're not going to the Coney Island. You're not going to White Castle.
Yeah, the book is closed. Right. It's not a debate society. So Sam Flannel, we go to you to wrap this thing up. Are you going or no?
I hope not, personally. I actually
explain hope not.
I am marrying into a Lafayette family. They're actually very anti-American, but every time I've gone there, it's depressing. There's nowhere to sit. They actually, they always forget to bring me my Coke. And I look at how into American, and I'm like, it's bigger, it looks nicer. So I always have that American envy, even though the family I'm marrying into is staunchly pro-Lafayette. So if I never go back to Lafayette, if they decide I don't want rat poo in my hot dogs...
It gives it the flavor.
Are you going?
Oh, God.
Hey, Sam.
Yo.
Hey. Be a man and say we're going to America.
Hey, you know what this is, everybody?
Be a man.
This is the Michigan State marriage. This is what you're going. The Lafayette. What he is talking about is if being a Michigan fan, he pretty much married a State fan. Like he's talking it the same way as that I hear this analogy about.
And D-Mac, that goes back to my theory on life. There's only 4 scenarios. They're dressed up differently. But there's only 4 scenarios. It's the Michigan State, the American Lafayette, the Democrat Republic. It all comes back to that.
Can I offer him, though, the self-awareness, though? You are very self-aware, so you know that if
you're
told to
going?
Go... Yes, he just said that he was and be made to go.
Hey, the food...
He said he hoped not.
The family.
Are you going?
The food is good. I like it. And if we're all out in kind of like a double date with me and my fiance and my in-laws, I think I'll go. I'm not going to just say, no, I'm not going in there. I'm not going to refuse.
That wasn't very legend killer right there.
No.
I
you know what? He's afraid of his fiance.
Absolutely. That we have found the weakness in the legend killer.
The killer of the legend killer.
Absolutely. We have to put his wedding picture up there and go over top of it. K.19, no rat teeth going to penetrate those natural casings. Facts. Anyway. Hey, guys, let's get serious for a minute here. I want to tell you about the Sports Marketing Agency. They help spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their podcast is called This is the F Word. It's a series on fentanyl and the other addictions that, let's be real, they're plaguing our communities today. Go to thesportsma.com if you're struggling. If you know somebody else who's struggling, thesportsma.com. It's a sports marketing agency. They are here to help.
Hi, my diamonds. It's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Hello? Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Detroit's downtown summer playground is back. Open all summer long, the Monroe Street Midway. Enjoy roller skating, free Wi-Fi, food trucks, art installations, and so much more. Don't forget to take advantage of the basketball court, putt-putt, and, of course, family programming all summer long. All art installations are done by Detroit artists, and it's a fun, safe event from people 1 to 100. Go to deckedoutdetroit.com.
What's going on, everybody? It's Spencer for the Foaling Warehouse in Hamtramck. You know it, you've heard of it. It's the home of the original football bowling pin game called Foaling. Multiple different ways you can play. They've got $12 open unlimited play weeks. Stay there open until close. Have a good time. They also have private lane reservation. $120, 10 to 12 people. You get your own lane. You can stay there as long as you want. You can bring in any type of food you want. If you get thirsty, they have a $2 mystery beer vending machine. You pop in $2, pops you out a good beer. No hassle, no fuss needed. If you know what you want or you want to make a decision, there are multiple fully loaded bars for you to choose from. So make sure you go down and check them out in Hamtramck or visit them online at foalingwarehouse.com. Again, that is foalingwarehouse.com.
Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, D-Mac, Darren McCarty, T-Foss, Terry Foster, as well Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter, also YouTube chat thread. Cody Engel says Sam probably celebrates monthly anniversaries. Derek Mower says Sam Flannel needs to take his collar off, check his back for the whip marks. Brooke Roman says the Queen is dead. I will not. We're not speculating on that here. Woodward Sports as a whole is not reporting that in any way, shape, or form. I'm going to do what everybody else does and follow the royal family on Twitter and wait for their official statement for when things happen.
Or wait until TMZ tells you.
One of the two. TMZ or the official royal family Twitter account. Those are the only two people I implicitly trust, T-Foss. I did want to talk about this, and I was looking at it, and we've talked about hopium, and I think that people are becoming more realistic. But you know what, T-Foss, D-Mac, maybe they're not. The Lions sold out the game against the Eagles. They've announced standing room tickets. They ran the old Tigers play from back in the day where they will give you a standing room ticket to the opening day game, but you have to take a ticket to the Washington game as well. Remember the Tigers used to run that play?
They used to do that.
That was real popular.
Now,
Remember those days?
I thought it was if you got the standing room ticket, they gave you the other ticket, but...
I don't what the specifics are or whatever. They're just trying to move product, right? That's what they're trying to do. I did a quick spin on SeatGeek and saw the get-in price for the Lions-Eagles, $118 to kind of sit up at the top of the end zone in the upper deck.
I thought they had some for for $74 for standing room.
Yeah. So
now, how much of this are we going to see? Is it going to be green? How many of is this all Lions? Are we taking it? Are we being too arrogant to say that this is like the Hard Knocks? This is the Kool-Aid. This is all Lions, or is this a Philly continue?
If it was Chicago or Cleveland, I would say there'd be a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Or Green Bay.
Cleveland.
This is Philly. They don't want to come to Detroit.
And I don't remember because last year I did the pregame show for the Lions-Eagles game, and so I left after and was going home and listened to it on the radio, and then by the time I got home, that was settled, and I didn't have to check in on that. So I don't know what the crowd makeup was last year per se, as far as numbers of Eagles fans. But is this the Hard Knocks effect?
Well,
because it seems to be in demand.
I think it's the everything effect. I think it's the fact that people missed out. Like, if you're gonna, you can't be disappointed. It's sort of like Sam Flannel's fantasy football team, right? Right now, it's all glory. So that first game of the year, if he comes out of it well, we're waiting, right? You're gonna go to the first one and then sort of see. It's the ones after that, the second and third. But I think people are excited. So whether it's Hard Knocks, whether that brought, the on the fence fan or the fan that maybe how many times, would I be interested when they walked in to say how many times is your first time in a long time, who's first time to a game and since before COVID, stuff like this. It seems like people are taking this opportunity at this time to go down there. So.
I think it's Hard Knocks a little bit, but I also think this town wants to see real football, and they haven't seen real football here in Detroit in decades. So they're anticipating the Lions are going to be a real team, and so let's go check it out.
Neal, you know what it is too? Terry, you could probably talk on this because you understand this, is that what they've seen in Hard Knocks isn't about the wins and losses showing up. It's about the effort, and it's about having this sort of talent. People want to see, is the offense different? Are these guys good? Is Jared Goff different from last year? Is there the eyeball test of being there? Do we have a football team? Are they, the things that we've seen? So to that effect, I think you're right. We've been starved for a football team, but it's not even to go, because from what I'm hearing, people don't have the expectations of really winning the game, but they expect us to be in the game.
No. They expect him to win the game.
You think so?
I'm leaning towards Terry on this,
Yeah.
D-Mac. Like,
Really?
yeah, and I keep
thought
having this
reality
battle.
now we're talking about, some of the guys with injuries and just the way that it's
But
played.
I know, but
Here's-
see, that's us rational people talking about that. The irrational think they're going to come and kick Philadelphia's ass.
And
Okay,
here's
so
here's the barometer I use, D-Mac. Like, I go by the chat thread where people have kind of recalibrated their expectations. I know that we have even recalibrated our expectations, but people are spending money on this now.
Yeah, because
And-
they chose that this was the one they were going to spend money on, right? Might as well at the beginning when everything is hunky-dory, right? This is the beginning
maybe
of
you're
the
getting the best
relationship,
value for
the
your
best
buck as
value
far
for
as
your
the
buck.
juice.
We're going downtown. It's a party. It's that sort of like turning it. To me, it's more of less like opening day for the Tigers.
Yeah. Well, and here's kind of my point with it too. I think you'll see this with Red Wings opening night. I think every ticket will be gone. There'll be a high secondary market for it. People will want to be there. It will be a big thing. I mean, and it even was last year. Remember, we were down there, and there was a buzz in that building.
I think it's bigger this year.
And
Just
I agree
from what
with
they're
you.
building, from what they've come up with, from what
And they
added
spent
with
the
to
money
guys,
and
to
got the
guys
free
that they
agents,
put
yeah.
in to see all the new guys in the jerseys, whether it's some rookie guys, whether it's if it's Edvinson cracking the roster, but all the free agents that have been signed into the makeup of the team. I think that the buzz isn't going to be real, but the expectations of winning the home opener, no matter who they're playing, is a lot bigger, especially in hockey. With 82 games.
Rich Cervantes says, "I just got tickets for the Seahawks game. I'm pumped up. Let's go." And T-Foss, there's a good chance that is a meaningless game by the time it comes around to play it. The Lions-Seahawks game.
There's no such thing as meaningless this year
but
for the Lions.
The NFL is still king. And here's where we got to remember. The NFL is the king. Every game has implications to you. There's a really, really good chance your fantasy team, your bets, however you're involved, and that's what the NFL, that's why they're the king. Because every single game matters to you in some form or fashion. There's a great chance of it.
And I can't wait to hear Neal say, gotta get the draft pick. Just go ahead and lose.
Hey, and I'll run it right back. The second you can't make the playoffs, Terry, you're penalized for winning. That's a mathematical fact that no one can disprove.
I'm not going to fight you.
Give me one more San Flannel.
The hell are you doing?
Oh yeah, that draft sound,
That's
man.
his face when we play the draft sound, Terry.
Oh, okay. I love it, T-Foss. When they play D-Mac, doesn't it just give you chills to hear it?
It does. Even that Thursday night theme that we're going to hear tonight it just sort of kicks off football season. I can't wait to hear it.
What's the best football theme music? What do you think?
I go, that Hard Knocks theme is a banger. Just the music part of it. Not kind of like the cheesy putting together cars and stuff like that. I thought it was a little cheesy, but that music is a banger. The slow motion when they used to do with the sweat dripping off the helmets, I thought that was awesome. Like you talk about like network. Network. The old CBS one.
CBS was good.
But
have you seen the couple that dances to all the NFL theme music?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
That's pretty good.
Is
they
it?
did a good job, yeah.
I like that. I can't remember which one it is, but the ba-na-na, ba-na-na-na, da-na-na, da-na-na.
I think we can all agree, though, theme music for leagues was better back in the 90s.
You got to see the video.
I do. I will have to
funny.
check that out.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Epic says, I will say BD Mongolian's barbecue was clean AF. So people still talking about that. Paul Thomas says T-Foss is the GOAT.
Thank you. I'm just a humble servant, just trying to be part of the crew here on occasion.
Jeremy Anderson says go Tigers.
Are they still playing?
They are. I turned on the television.
Oh!
And there they were.
Home runs yesterday.
Yeah.
3 rookies home runs or something.
Kreidler, Torkelson, and the other one all hit a home run.
The other one. Which tells
the other 26-year-old.
I'm proud of you, kid. Checked right out, just like Uncle D told you to.
Yep.
Right? Although it was pretty cool, anybody who saw it, which wasn't really cool, that Cody Clemens, your infielder that's got called up, Roger Clemens' kid, had pitched in his 6th game. 6th game. 6th game
2
of
and
the
3
year.
nights.
No, anybody else?
You know
but
what?
he ended up striking out Shohei Ohtani. Ohtani
And-
signed the ball. I thought that was cool.
He was a little too into that, though. Like, I get the laughing and stuff, like in the dugout, like when they were laughing and stuff like that. But when I was running at Planet Fitness, they had Bally's on there, and he was doing like a post-game interview. And, like, I don't know, I just didn't get a good feel for it.
He's young.
I understand that, Terry.
But that goes to show you how Ohtani's viewed, too, by his peers.
Oh, no question.
And that's also sort of Clemens knowing that this is like, the
This is
biggest
it for
thing's
him?
probably
Dude,
gonna happen.
if you
Biggest
can
thing's
strike
probably gonna
out.
happen to me.
Now, if you tell me that, okay.
Right.
But if you can strike out Shohei Ohtani, don't you lose your mind?
What's that?
If you can strike out Ohtani, aren't you entitled to lose
If
your
I was
mind?
beside you, I would have said when you went to say that, because technically, yes, might have been. Then I would have said, Neal, probably the biggest thing he's ever going to do, and he would have said, okay. I get
and then we would have moved on. No, T-Foss, in the moment when he did it, he like pumped, and I was down with it. I was like, that's cool. That's a big moment. But like you had time to let it sit in, and then you're doing the post-game interview, and he's still, and I was waiting for somebody to come out and dump champagne on his head and stuff like that. Dude,
brother,
like he had that look. I was like, dude, you guys just lost 10 to nothing,
that's
man.
more than in the moment
But
thing.
doesn't
That's
that
gonna
tell
last
you
for
where
like
your
2 or
team's
3
at?
days. I struck out Shohei Ohtani, who is not going to be MVP this year, only because Aaron Judge is going to hit 60
and
something home
T-Foss,
runs.
that's cool. Like when you're in the locker room with the guys and you're ball busting, that's cool. I would do that too.
You know what's not cool? The second number 2 highlight of the Detroit Tigers season is Cody Clemens striking out Shohei Ohtani. Next to the number 1 highlight, Miggy hitting 3,000 hits or 300.
Yeah.
No, do you know what
That's
I'm
it.
saying? That, and the reaction goes to your point, right?
Oh, by the way, D-Mac, to go 77 and 85. By the way, that loss officially cashed out the Tigers season win total. Pay the under 77 and a half. They can only get right now to 77. If they win the next 25 in a row to end the season.
Wow.
I'm glad I did not bet on that because I would have lost my money. I swore they're going to win
Terry,
more than
that's
77
losing,
and a half.
but you know what's winning? Let me tell you something.
What's winning?
That is winning, and you know what? It can only come to you by the most wicked, awesome place in the world, Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. So if you come to Lady Jane's for award-winning haircut experience all month long, yes, last month, this month of September, you can register to win the car of your dreams from Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac. So get to any of the 168 Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men who are open 7 days a week. You walk in anytime, no appointment necessary. It's wicked awesome. Make sure you tell them Big D Energy sent you.
You're an ugly guy, and that's okay because you've outkicked your coverage with your significant other. Well, that's good news for you. Their hotness and your notness could get you front row tickets. The Woodward Sports Network is giving you a chance to sit front row for the Detroit versus Washington football game. That's right. We're looking for the ugliest guy and the hottest girl. So fellas, come on. If you know you've outkicked your coverage, here's your chance. Post a pic of you and your superior-looking partner on Twitter or Instagram with hashtag Woodward Front Row. Follow us and tag @Woodward Sports. Hurry because we'll be selecting a winner September 16th. We can't wait to see you. Well, her. From the network that always outkicks the competition. Woodward Sports.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
The Sports Marketing Agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zuniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
Neal Ruhl here for OddsTrader.com, the #1 site for all of your game day betting activity. play-by-play updates, live scores that are right into the scoreboards at the stadiums, and most importantly, the best price from multiple sports books. Guys, tonight, you're starved for it. You're going to be betting the Rams-Bills game. You just are. I know you guys. You're going to be doing it. If you're one of these guys that likes the live odds, which is the way that I would shade towards it if I were in that realm, oddstrader.com, that's the way you go. You see all the lines, guys. They're right there. You know where to act because speed is important, especially in live in-game betting. So go to oddstrader.com, download the OddsTrader app, and find your best bet. Coming down the stretch, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, Darren McCarty, T. Foss, Terry Foster, Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter. As we said, the Tigers officially eliminated from obtaining the over in the season win total, T. Foss.
See, I would have lost all my money. I swore they're going to win more than 77 games. You know what they should do?
What's that?
Should fire Alavia.
Oh, they did that already.
Oh, did they? I missed that. Really?
They did do that,
wow.
Terry. No. It just goes to show you, though, man. Like D-Mac said,
yeah, I've really paid
once
attention.
Miggy got that hit, it was a wrap.
Well, it's just the reality,
Yeah.
right? And you know, when you put the good teams don't. I know it's a big thing, but it really just more or less shows you where your team's at, and it's more of a like the Mickey Mouse program. Right, and I said that they might not be number 2 highlight, but that's a number 5 highlight on the season. That's pretty sad.
That is pretty sad. So, but you know,
there's nothing memorable about this season. I guess Miggy's hit and then striking out.
Opening day was fun.
Yeah, but
yeah, it was.
Spencer Raxter, you saw the clip. Spencer Raxter really enjoyed opening day.
Okay, Spencer's in the top 5 Tiger
I just saw
highlights.
anybody who wants to know the spread for tonight's game right now, it's Buffalo. It was -2.5, and it's flipping between -2.5 and -2.
Which I figured was going to be the case. Let's talk about it. Bills, Rams. And guys, look, I know we're in Detroit, but in case you didn't know, there is a Detroit connection with the LA Rams. But with all that being said, as I look at this game, and you can look at it from a player perspective, betting perspective, however you want to, it seems too easy to me. The Rams, the Super Bowl champions, they're at home, they're getting 2.5, depending on where you shop. They're on the plus side of the money line. What have the Bills done? Like, I know everyone's ready to anoint them and crown them, but really when you look at it, in their biggest moment, they folded. They did.
Oh, come on.
Hey, 13 seconds. They couldn't stop Patrick Mahomes in 13 seconds.
Right.
The defense has to wear that.
With a defense that was touted as one of the best in the league, with a coach and a coordinator who were supposed to be the end-all, be-all of defense, and that's what lets it down. So I'm asking you, Neal, so you're saying that this should be a LA bet because
it should, but it's
I feel Buffalo the whole way.
Okay.
Is that because I'm not 100% sure on Stafford? Is it the hangover?
There'll be more Buffalo fans at the game tonight than Ram fans.
Well,
at least early.
There always are.
Right.
Why is that, D-Mac? Explain the rationale
of
why
Buffalo. It could be sort of I don't know. It could be the hype of everything that they have, the weapons they have, where people think that this is sort of their year up and against it. I mean, it doesn't. When you're looking at the line, it screams LA. But to me, if Buffalo's going to do something, they got to start on the road, going in there. And if they're everything we think they are, then they should win this game.
Yeah, this is really tough. Buffalo should win it.
They are who we thought they were.
But they don't know how to handle success.
And that's my point.
And but on the flip, whenever I see a team raising a banner, first home game after championship, they play like crap because their minds are elsewhere, and the ceremony lasts an hour.
Is that what the spread is that what the spread is built into the championship ceremony? Because
probably
the
hangover.
Even game,
it's just
like you know we always say around here when we're doing a Michigan line, looking at the line, there's usually a tax in there for the Michigan
tax, yeah, like the Yankees tax. All that.
Is this the banner raising tax, the home tax? Because when I look at a game, before looking at the spread, I think in my mind, okay, what do I think the spread should be? And am I close to Vegas or am I not close to Vegas? Because I would think that because of everything, this should be pretty even up game, correct? right? Like this should be a good
It should be a
game.
pick. Like that's
it should
for me.
be last possession. It could be either or, right? But you think Buffalo should be able to score on the Rams? The Rams, what do you predict the game? 24-21, 27-24?
Right around the over-under. Well, they got the over-under at, what, 46, 48, something like that? I forget what the number was. But, like, for me, it seems too easy.
Right.
Because it's the Rams and Super Bowl champions. And I'm sorry. I know, and there are a lot of you in there, Buffalo loyalists on there, but then there are people like John Martin. Buffalo's so overhyped. They were trashed during the regular season last year. I mean, I wouldn't go so far as to say that they're trash, but it's just I'm not anointing them the way that everybody else is.
Do you go with the known or the unknown?
Bingo.
Where are you going with this one? You going with the known or the
Give
unknown?
me Matt Stafford and Aaron Donald at home.
And Cooper Kupp.
Over and Cooper Kupp. Oh, and look, Josh Allen's great. He's probably the best quarterback in the NFL. If you were drafting, hey, with all apologies to you and your fantasy team, Sam Flannel, if GMs, like real GMs, NFL GMs, were drafting quarterbacks in this league, Josh Allen will be the guy that they would take.
Patrick Mahomes.
No way.
It's splitting hairs. There's at least a conversation to be had.
And I don't want to go down that road.
Okay, fair enough.
You see where I'm coming from, fine. I'll give you a little, I guess I can make a case for it. But whatever. All I'm saying is, they haven't showed us anything yet versus the team that showed us in the biggest moments. And I know, like, people with the Rams, they always go back, well, that 49ers defensive back had the ball hit him in the chest. If he catches it, the Rams don't win the Super Bowl. But he did drop it. And that's every champion, Terry. You've covered sports for a long time. Every champion, even the great teams, get some good fortune. There's always a moment, dude. UNLV almost lost to Ball State in the NCAA tournament before they beat Duke by 30. So, it happens every time. There's always a moment, as you said. It just seems too easy, D-Mac.
But see, this is not a big moment tonight. Yes, it's the beginning of the NFL season, but in the grand scheme of things, this is not a big moment for Buffalo or the Rams. And I think what's going to happen, the Rams, typically when I follow sports, the banner ceremony, that home team is awful. They're trash because they're focused on the ceremony. They're focused on family. Plus, there's going to be extra pressure on the Rams because they might get like 50 or 75 people to actually show up to the game tonight and cheer them on. So,
yeah, that Super Bowl parade was fun. I had a good time.
There were dozens of people there.
There was at the when they were presenting and talking. There was a lot of like thousands, tens of thousands of people there. We were fighting our way through. I had the Lions flag, wearing it as a cape. It was fun.
I wish I had pictures. Do you have a picture of that? If you do, man, get that up on the screen, dude, because I do want to see that. Over-under sitting at 51.5 right now.
So before we move on from this, where are you going? Right there, gun to the head tonight with the spread. You're taking right now. If you had to put your bet, you got to put your bet in right now as we go to commercial break.
And I don't know if I'm overthinking this.
Bring us home.
Because initially I say Rams all day. Rams plus a 2.5 for sure. No question. But it doesn't smell right. I don't know why I don't like it. I got a feeling, here's what I would do right now if I were betting it tonight, which I am not, but if I were, I would let it ride right now. I wouldn't make my move now. I would really like the Bills minus the 1.5, which I think it will get to. I think you're going to see a lot of people with the similar thinking of me. If you're going to bet the Rams, do it. If you can get at 2.5, do it now. Because you're never going to see that number again during the course of the day. About 2 o'clock, that's going to start to shift. So I may be overthinking this, and I don't like them, but I think I would bet on the Bills tonight because it seems too easy.
You like that number. Terry?
Yes, I do.
What are you, Jimmy the Greek?
I've just noticed the flow.
Okay, I'm just asking.
I just noticed the flow. If you really want to get cute,
you scare me a little bit sometimes.
If you really want to get cute, if you're a Rams person right now, get the 2.5. Wherever you bet on it. When it gets to 1.5, take a little cheese and sprinkle it the other way.
Trying to middle that sucker. Sucker. There you go.
That's a slim line.
Terry, so you like Buffalo tonight because
yes.
And there's Spence at the Rams Super Bowl Super Bowl party.
Yeah.
He did his hair. He did his hair for the event. Look at that.
No, what's going to happen? Buffalo win. We'll overhype them, and they'll look like crap the rest of the month.
Yeah.
I was so hammered during that.
I would expect so.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would certainly be on brand for you. But yeah, D-Mac, that's what I would do. I would take the Rams and I just sprinkle a little bit on Buffalo when it gets to 1.5, because as Nicki Minaj says, it bees in the trap. All right, Neal Ruhl here for Cintron, the official energy drink of the Detroit Red Wings. Cintrons combine all 3 of their delicious flavors into a limited edition 6-pack sampler box. That's right. You get all the smoke, the cranberry, the classic, the sugar-free, all in one Red Wings themed package. Go to CintronWorld.com/Red Wings. Order it right now. Get energized with Cintron, and let's go Red Wings.
New to the game or a season better? OddsTrader.com has everything you need to make the right bet ahead of kickoff. Begin your handicapping journey with OddsTrader. Improve your edge by finding the best price on every game from sportsbooks in your backyard. Take advantage of the numerous sign-up bonus offers to pad your bankroll. Dive into key game statistics, player performance, and even account for the projected game day weather. Best of all, you can use the OddsTrader Bet Tracker to keep a log of your action. Welcome to OddsTrader, and best of luck.
We aren't quite sure if they consume more beer or sports. Either way, the heavyweights are here. Live on Woodward Sports, daily 5 to 7 p.m.
Hi, I'm John from Better Rate Mortgage, and to me, family is more than blood. That's why I have the biggest family in Metro Detroit. If you're looking to buy a house or refinance and need a loan, come get treated better than family by me and our entire team here at Better Rate Mortgage. We pride ourselves on giving you better advice, better service, and a better loan experience. That's why we are Better Rate. If you're looking for a new mortgage, come get treated like family. Actually, better with Better Rate Mortgage. Visit us at mybetterrate.com or call at 248-480-4467 today.
What's up, guys? Neal Ruhl here to tell you the Monroe Street Midway is open till September 25th. You still have time to be out in downtown Detroit. Whether you're Sam Flannel hanging out with the in-laws, you piss somebody off and you got to go to one of those last Tiger games, whatever. Pull up on the Monroe Street Midway, the roller skating, the mini golf, the art, the live music, food trucks, and more. A fun, safe event for everybody, ages 1 to 100. Go to deckedoutdetroit.com for more information. Deckedoutdetroit.com for more information. See you at the Midway and Flannel's in-laws. Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, Darren McCarty, T-Foss, Terry Foster, Sam Flannel, his in-law, Spencer Raxter as well with you. But football is back. There is no doubt about it. And Motown Cool says NFL is back, and this chat dipped below mid today. I don't know. People were getting heated in the chat and stuff like that, but whatever.
What they mad about?
No, they were going at each other.
Oh.
Yeah, nothing
All right.
we did.
Okay.
People were calling you the GO.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
They gave you major props for, what was it? Oh, where was it? What'd you just say, Terry? Oh, Jimmy the Greek, major props.
Right. I thought I'm listening to Jimmy the Greek over here.
Yeah.
Hey, man. I'm just trying to help the people.
Okay.
I am. Get right special.
I know. Hey, all props to you.
18-7. If you're into facts, I got another one for you guys tomorrow, by the way.
Can't wait.
Oh, yeah? Do you like this one?
The West Coast card.
Alaska Fairbanks.
You get this every now and then where the West Coast card is a little light. Ooh. And I had to do this before. It's not quite as late in the evening as they usually are. But, I don't create the board. I just react to it. And 18 times out of 25, I've been right, if you're into facts. So just trust me on this one. No, it is not Alaska Fairbanks, although I'll store that one away. Maybe in the Alaska Shootout around Thanksgiving, we'll talk to that one. But real quick, just want to touch on this because I know T-Foss is a big jersey guy. He loves jerseys.
Yes.
The Pistons dropped a new one yesterday.
I saw that.
They did. They're statement jerseys, right?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So, it's one of those things where T-Foss, I like it. And to some, it might be overly simple. But T-Foss, you're jersey elite. What's your take on it?
If I wore basketball jerseys, I'd wear it.
You'd rock this one.
I like it. I would
because
rock
you're a
this one.
noted anti-teal jersey guy.
I'm an anti-teal, and I know all the little teal wearers around here love it.
Hey.
But I like the statement jersey. It's kind of bold. It's got some flash of colors here and there. Got the DET in there, so I would wear that.
Did we get any statements from the players on the jerseys?
No, I mean just other than being in the promo
No, I
shoots
just mean
and stuff like
did
that.
somebody say, "Hey, Kate, what do you think of the jerseys?" Hey, Jane, what do you think?
So I'm curious.
I'm
We
just
got the
curious to see what
Pistons elite that works here, like the little Kool-Aid guy. And,
He's not little.
Well, he's
the
young,
younger Kool-Aid guy.
The young Kool-Aid
You talk
guy.
about the youngsters in the back.
The youngsters in the back. Sean and
Murph,
Little Juicy, all those guys back there.
Little Juicy. Yeah, but I like it. You're right. I agree with Terry. I like the teals too and stuff like this, but it's more of a statement. And I think the question that I ask is, well, ask the players what they think because they got to wear them. That's the most. To me, that's the most important thing.
Do you care? Do players care?
T-shirt.
Did you care?
Well,
about jerseys?
But we had the best. April 1st, here, a little astrology note. April 1st, my birthday, which makes me an Aries, and my power it's a fire sign, but my power color is red. So anything, it automatically, into my aura to whatever like that. So I've always, the red and white and the traditional growing up with it, it's easy that way. I always wish, Neal, and I said this, I wish we would have had a black version of that.
Yeah.
Imagine, like, there
But
is
your
one that
practice
you see,
jerseys were.
What?
Your practice jerseys were
The
black.
defensemen more the black jerseys or whatever, but then
Right.
we've seen the black wing jerseys out there, but not worn as a third. I like it. I don't rock basketball jerseys, but I'd rock a jersey like that. I think it combines the new. I hadn't seen it until now. I just heard about it, and the way it was described to me was worse than what I thought it looked like, but I think it's hip.
Somebody said they look like cops.
Cops?
They look like cops.
I like the fact that they kept the blue and the red in there. You could tell it's that piston color. There's some tradition sort of in there, but it's got sort of the
And
new
it's subtle.
age.
What did you like?
It reminded me more of Phoenix's jersey than anything.
Yeah, it was. Brother, did you like your Winter Classic jerseys?
I did.
Yeah.
I did, and I like the traditional one. I got a great picture from the organist at Chicago Stadium for the last game at Chicago Stadium that we played, and we wore the old original Detroit, sort of like that, jerseys, red and white, but I was in the starting lineup with Proby and Sheldon Kennedy, so to have that photo, I like those original ones too. I like the Winter Classic. You can't really mess up when you're using the Red Wing, I think, because of the original 6 and because it's such a stoic jersey, right?
That is true. On the YouTube chat thread, Prag Patel says at least it's not the teals. The away fan says extremely mid. Go Blue says they almost did it, need to spell out Detroit in red maybe. Lewis M says those jerseys go hard, to be honest. Go Blue said kind of mid.
Do you know why those jerseys were created? Supposedly some fans said, give us some kick-ass jerseys.
Yeah, our jerseys are mid, is essentially what he said.
Yeah, we want something kick-ass. And
I
this
would
was
say
it.
they're mid, right? And by the way, somebody said that people that use mid over 50 are suspect. Anyways, I'm just replying. I don't really use it in my vernacular. I think they're above mid. They're acceptable. I think that if I was going to add, something to it, it'd be more red or be a little bit different. But I think it's something that you can be proud of. And here's the thing: who's it for, Terry? It ain't for us. It's for the new generation.
It's for the little Kool-Aid guy.
Yeah, the little kids back there.
And what do you say, the Woodward fat boys or whatever it is that you
fat
say?
Boys, the little kids back there. You know what? I hope they like it. They probably hate the jersey, but I'm going to go check back on them and feed them some little cheese or something like that. Cheese and crackers because they're cute.
No, you'd have to be in the basement of Lafayette, Coney Island.
Oh,
to,
yeah.
if you were going to be using cheese to get you anything done. RJ Graham says, I hate the teal. Go Blue says, I'm awful. I'm also anti-teal. Rich Diana, they're good but not great jerseys.
I don't like the horizontal stripes.
Can you put them up there one more time?
Yeah.
Because the Cops thing was kind of funny to me. But I get the Phoenix Suns, the Valley vibes from them too. I like them. I do. Like, I would wear this, and I think I've told you guys before. Basketball jerseys, that's kind of my beach attire. That's what I rock out to the beach. I got my Nikola Jokic one, the Denver alternate jersey. I would rock that. 100% I would rock that. I like that.
I would too, but you can't get the full effect unless you have Spencer modeling it.
Yes.
I would agree. So we will have to see that. When we come back, hey, I know I hijacked it yesterday, the Ask T. Foss, Ask D-Mac. Ask the legends. You guys can ask these two, whatever you want to ask them. They'll respond to it. And, we'll be getting at it.
But guys, I got to tell you, every day, Guardian Alarm. Yeah, regardless. You get that new Pistons jersey, it'll keep you safe just like it keeps the flannel safe. Guardian Alarm keeps you safe and give you peace of mind, whether you're at home or on the road with the 24/7 local monitoring. Make sure what is important to you is safe and sound. You can be part of the Big D Woodward Sports Network family if you give them a call today. That is 1-800.
Stay out.
That's 1-800.
Stay out.
How many straight days of flannel?
128.
128 straight days of protecting the flannel to protect your new Detroit sports jersey. Whatever you get, give them a call. 1-800.
Stay out. Get out of my house.
Guardian Alarm, your local security experts. Let them know. Big D Energy sent you.
Hi, my diamonds. It's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Krogers, and if you want to know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
Well, if we're talking about free stuff, we must be talking about Big Frog, Terry. You know it. Get your free Woodward Sports t-shirt. That's right, a free Woodward Sports t-shirt all month long at Big Frog in Nova. Just stop in, let them know we sent you. They'll print you one up right there on the spot. Go to Big Frog Novi today. Get your free t-shirt or visit them online at bigfrog.com/Novi.
Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, T-Foss, Terry Foster, Darren McCarty, Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter here with you. Final segment of the show. I'm sorry I hijacked this segment yesterday with my ranting about the Big Ten, where I believe Woodward posted it on the on Instagram as an Instagram reel, and one of the comments, what was it? Bruh, this guy 50 up here saying mid.
Yeah.
I got a chuckle out of that. Obviously, he doesn't watch the show and know and understand how much mid plays a part in this show. I sent that to my kids and my wife, and they both laughed at me too. But you know what? I'm a man.
You got to be strong sometimes.
I can take it. I got broad shoulders. I could take it. So ask Terry, ask D-Mac. We got two Detroit sports media legends. Feel free to fire away. Mike G, ask Terry, do you ever wear your Sun Bowl MVP jersey?
I do not wear it. You know, some things you just got to put in the past.
Mike G, ask D-Mac. For this current Red Wings roster, as the boys head to camp, which player are you expecting more from this year? You guys know my answer to that.
Yeah, well, obviously, it's obviously to your point, Neal, there's a dean of questions out there, but I think it's been answered, and I think that you can put that away a little bit because of the security. To me, it's about Verona. Verona being healthy, is he going to be your guy? That I think that if he's healthy playing, he's your 40-goal guy. I want to see him in camp. I want to see. You know what? To answer your question, Mike, there's a lot of questions I have going into camp. It's just so many of them. It's like you're going to get that Christmas present, right? It's just from who? Is it grandma going to get it to you? Is it the folks? Are you going to get it in the morning? Is it whatever? I got to see it play out. I got so many. We'll get, as camp gets around, we'll break it down. And, you know, one of the things is maybe we'll go through the roster and different guys and what are my expectations on individual players. But right now, going into camp, I want to see Verona healthy. It's the Verona Zadina experiment is one of the ones I'm excited about. But also on the back end, can we get something out of Philip Hronek? And who are they gonna? Who's that gonna rely? Is that a Ben Sherratt issue or is that a Olimata issue? Who's gonna play with him and try to help him? So there's a bunch of questions.
You know the mindset we're gonna have to get out of with all that when we talk about these players. Remember, they got dudes in free agency.
Yeah, real
so
dudes.
Spots have disappeared.
Real players.
Dudes. Yeah.
The competition for spots and stuff like this because you brought in some real players.
There's no more free reign. You don't just get to play because you were a draft pick or you're Detroit good or anything. It's not like that anymore, man.
No, and I think maybe this will be the first training camp that's very, very apparent.
Yeah, absolutely. And Verona, it's getting close. Like I keep hearing about it.
No, it's supposed to be, but he hasn't done anything, and it hasn't been because it's all been health-wise. When he's played, he's proven what he's done. Now we need,
and that's fair.
We need the
but I keep hearing about it.
We need the full menu, right? We don't need the snack size, the Lunchables, and stuff like this. It's sort of like DeAndre Swift. Can your availability produce your numbers, right? If he plays 16, 17 games. You're 1,000 yards. Your top of the league is right there. Verona, the 40-goal mark, if he plays 75, 80 games, to me, is available.
Ask D-Mac. Well, you talked about DeAndre Swift a little bit there, so we'll move on to the next one, the away fan. D-Mac, other than the ones you played in, what Stanley Cup final was most exciting for you to watch?
Well, that's a good one. I really enjoyed, like as of late, Sweat in Washington, beaten because of having an Ovechkin in his cup, but also St. Louis, right? There's something to. Here's the one thing where I sit up here. I don't know if it's arrogance, cocky, whatever. It's just the facts, Neil. Is the fact that like St. Louis, Chicago, the Phoenix, Winnipegs, or whatever, like they couldn't win when we played. We dominated all of them. So it's nice to be able to see good teams, organizations that you respect, right? To be able to do it. Now, I'm not playing anymore, so it's okay. So I enjoyed that. I enjoyed watching LA win cups with my former coach, Daryl Sutter, and stuff like this. So I guess because you're retired, you can sort of sit back and go, well, I'm not there anymore, so it works out.
We got one here for Terry from Steve O'Baby. Says, Terry, did you hear what Stephen A. Smith said, that there should be no more Thanksgiving Day games for the Detroit Lions and that they have to earn it? Do you think that's ridiculous?
I don't think it's ridiculous. I understand that sentiment. I mean, we love it here in Detroit, but the rest of the nation has got Lions fatigue on Thanksgiving Day. You want to enjoy the day, see good football, and the Lions have not provided that. So what he said, I don't think is ridiculous. Me being from Detroit, let the Lions keep it. But that's the only reason I'm probably saying that's because I'm from here.
That's fair.
Both things can be true.
Here's the whole thing: if they change it to, if the league change it to, you have to earn it, right? Which is what we're saying. You don't deserve it because you don't have bad foot. So start earning it, but you should be on the short list. I don't want to lose it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that'll wrap things up here for today. Appreciate everybody tapping into the show. So for D-Mac, Darren McCarty, Terry Foster, Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter, my name is Neal Ruhl. Got to get right for you tomorrow. We got wall-to-wall football. Let's be real. Wall-to-wall football, Woodward Sports Network. Well, see you later.